Hello, I'm Mairead Malloy, Global Director of Barclay International and Relationship Strategist.
Hello, I'm Cosmo Landesman, Cultural Commentator for the Sunday Times and the Spectator of London.
Today we are delighted and excited to welcome an Irish girl to our quarters. Today we're delighted and excited to welcome a fantastic Irish girl from the heart of Mullingar in the centre of Ireland. Donna Butler is her name. She is a dynamic fashion designer and businesswoman. Amazing. And has just launched her new line called Female. Bringing to women exciting new lines of all top international designers. Donna Butler, you're very welcome.
Hi guys, thanks so much for having me.
Oh, we're delighted.
Donna, tell me, when did the passion for fashion first begin with you?
Would you believe I think you're born with it? And I think my mum...
As a baby, you were also into fashion already?
Absolutely.
The nappies.
From the very start.
You had fashionable nappies? Donna Tavici?
Everything perfect. My mum was a dressmaker, and there was always fabric and designing and all that going on in our house. So I just loved everything about it. I loved the smell of it. I loved everything. And from a young age, I said, this is the way I want to dress, and my mum would make it up for me.
How wonderful. Now, I understand you made something of a splash when you actually made a dress out of a newspaper?
Yeah, what's the
Tell us about that.
Well, the Irish Times at home had a lovely newspaper one day, and I was passing by and I thought, the colours on the front of that paper are just fabulous. And I thought, wouldn't it be just so nice to see something so humble made into something really beautiful? And I decided to make a dress. So I just got myself together and I thought, from humble beginnings, you can make something beautiful.
A bit like you and finding a woman.
Can you give us some fashion tips? My friend here desperately needs a few fashion tips, Donna.
Well, can I just say that if I need fashion tips,
I need tips for everything. I admit it. I admit it.
Donna, after the fashion tips, would you give him some love tips as well?
100%.
I want to hear about, let's do something very practical and useful that our viewers might enjoy, is that dressing for a date.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's give some do's and don'ts in terms of fashion. Men, let's start off with men. I know you specialize in women, but because you can see it from a woman's point of view, give us a rough outline of the do's and don'ts of dressing for a date.
Absolutely. Men can portray themselves very sexily without trying too hard. So for a man, it is a fresh white shirt.
Like this?
Like you're just doing it for me today, Cosmo. A beautiful belt, good shoes, and a watch.
Right.
And that portrays a touch of elegance and...
You mean simplicity? You don't want to try too hard.
Probably more understated, I would think.
But simplicity and understated means you've more to offer. You don't have to put everything on the outside, because lots of what people want to know is on the inside.
Okay. But Donna, I have a question for you. Do you think that, say, for example, you're introducing, say, for example, Cosmo's a journalist, and then you come along and you've got Bob, and Bob is... he's a building developer, and then you've got sort of Paddy, and he's a very wealthy farmer. Would you think that you should put a certain type of clothing to a certain type of personality when they go out on a date? And also in different countries, do you think that we should dress according to who we're meeting?
Absolutely. And but everything is, what I like to do is tailor it for each individual. I like to get to know the individual so that I get into you as a person and your life and your lifestyle, and then we can develop things around that. Right. So it's not just about just meeting you and dressing you in the latest trends. A trend is there to be admired, but we just take little bits and pieces, but we always make it individual for you.
Okay, well, what about women? Give us, for women, a guide to the do's and don'ts of a date.
Okay, my big thing is not everything on show with the first date. So I think the anticipation in the unwrapping of a beautiful gift in a beautiful box with wrapping and ribbons, that is the anticipation that tantalizes us as people.
A little bit of titillation there, Cosmo.
Sounds good to me.
So the unwrapping and the peeling off of all the layers is what makes us beautiful.
So do you think that many women make the mistake of offering too much on display.
Absolutely.
Tone it down.
interesting.
Tone it down.
Tone it
hook 'em
down.
in.
But in the same breath, give a little glance into what you've got.
Oh.
So, you can wear a beautiful white shirt and you can leave your little button just a little bit too
I hope you're
open.
taking notes on this.
Or you can wear your skirt and you can leave it a little bit short, beautiful stilettos, but you just wouldn't show the cleavage there as well.
What about her knickers that are always on display?
Well,
Viewers
that
at
is
home can't
for
see this. I have to
another
deal with this.
day.
Believe me. Whoa.
I apologise on air for the tone of my friend. Donna, how would you dress Cosmo? Apart from the white shirt and the belt, what about,
Well, what people can't see today is Cosmo has a beautiful pair of sneakers with his suit. So that's his trend part of his outfit. So he's kept himself chic and cool in a beautiful cotton suit, but he's added in the trainer.
added in the trainer?
But you said something interesting earlier about women and how they should feel when they go on a date. Isn't it not just about your clothes, but a kind of attitude of mind that the clothes can promote?
Yeah, the
Tell us about
empowerment.
that, the inside.
What I like to do is I like to empower people with their clothing, but when you feel good on the outside, it also makes you feel amazing on the inside. Because we know that when people see us, that's when they make their instant.
Do you think that people judge on first impressions?
100%. So to get people in and get them to know the real you on the inside, we must package it very well.
Right.
But the packaging doesn't have to be all about flamboyance. Or if you're a flamboyant person, go for that. But apart from that, you can just keep it.
But isn't this a difficult message to get across, especially to younger women nowadays? You know, you see these young women in music videos and on the streets and the clubs. I mean, it's pretty much everything's out there.
I'm sad for younger women that they don't realise that they have a power in them with dating and with men.
Right.
But the power is from within. Their dressing, they feel, is the power to show everything.
Right.
But if you don't show everything, you actually have more power at the end of the day, because you still have a little bit of mystique, and men love a lady's mystique.
Are you listening to this? Are you taking notes?
Well, yeah,
I think it's bloody vital for you. God.
I'm sort of thinking, oh God.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't got
Put
any.
it away, darling.
I haven't got any
Knickers
mystique.
anyway.
I haven't got any mystique. Donna, we know a secret about you.
Tell me my secret.
What's the secret?
The fried egg.
Oh, yes. Someone told me the way to your heart is not through dress, but a nice fried egg in the morning in bed. Is that true?
Nothing would and he can appear without the shirt. And
You can appear with anything. Just have an egg.
Just have
Naked
the
man with
fried
an egg,
and
fried
just
egg.
have it. Let me sit in the bed like a princess for the day.
Love
and
it.
just mind me.
Oh,
That's a great show.
I've got one other question. Just tell us a little bit about your rebrand, your new look, and the birth of Female.
Female has developed over a number of years, and where I felt the ladies were coming from when they come to me, some people come in and they're very lacking in confidence and unsure about where they belong in the fashion world and in general life. They want to fit in, but they also want to stand out. And where I want to offer is that personal development of the person through their clothing.
See, it's much more than clothes. Do you know what I mean?
It's the whole thing.
And what I find is people who now come to me on a regular basis and book in for their private sessions, that they trust me because I've spent time. And when they leave, they know that what they're leaving with is just perfect for them.
Would you take Cosmo on?
Cosmo any day.
Would you take this woman on?
She would.
That's a hard job, Cosmo.
But somebody's got to do it. Thank you so much, Donna.
Thank you to Donna Butler from Female in Mullingar. I am Marie Malloy.
I'm Cosmo Landesman.
And thank you for watching our show.